What you're seeing is a very tired electric interurban railway. By the late 1970s, the Chicago, South Shore, and South Bend Railroad was living out the last years as a stepchild of the Chesapeake and Ohio Railway. The C&O had purchased the South Shore in 1965 as a bridge route for its freight business. A decade later, the drain on revenues from extensive passenger operations was taking its toll on the 91-mile railway running from downtown Chicago to South Bend, Indiana. Born shortly after the dawn of the 20th century, the South Shore had been the sturdiest of Samuel Insull's network of Midwestern electric interurban railways, and it managed to survive on that strength when all the others faded away. By 1976, the paint on the cars was chipped and frayed, and the many stations were becoming, well, a little run down. Despite this, the South Shore rolled on in the hands of its capable employees. Join with us as we look at the 1976-1980 era South Shore through the movie camera lens of Roger Koenig. The action steps right off with an eastbound coach train of the orange 1929 steel cars rounding Hanson's or Ford City curve on the downgrade to the Hegewisch stop over the Norfolk and Western, Erie Lackawanna, and Nickel Plate. With the two-car train headed for Indiana, a westbound single car out of Hegewisch, Illinois climbs the embankment on a dark winter's day. This combine shows the result of a rebuilding during World War II in which the cars were lengthened and the old narrow windows were replaced with wide ones. This was not done to the entire fleet. Roger paces a westbound unit on a very cold day near 130th Street. The South Shore operated freight trains, many of them pulled by three massive 273-ton electric locomotives acquired from General Electric in 1949. They were nicknamed Little Joes after then Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin, as a result of being part of an order of 20 units built for the Soviet Union that was canceled when the Cold War started heating up. Burnham Yard, just south of Hegewisch on the Illinois state line, finds Little Joe number 802 on a caboose hop to Michigan City after dropping its train. The Hammond Station, just east of the Illinois-Indiana state line, hosts a brief stop by a westbound South Shore train consisting of a single wide-window combine. The westbound is barely out of sight at Hammond when an eastbound two-car train comes around the curve. Both cars have been modernized with larger windows. The train rolls off toward Gary, Indiana. The train action intensifies behind the Hammond Station as two freight trains of the Chessie system, Baltimore and Ohio and Chesapeake and Ohio, have a meet as they head out of the yard. A red gremlin crosses the track right after the caboose clears, a very dangerous move. Coming at us is a westbound South Shore single-car train, rounding the toll road curve in Hammond. Those cars may have been 45 years old, but they moved right along.